Breaking news coming in, viewers. IndiGo and Air India are cancelling flights. They're saying that crew and passenger safety is our top priority. We're also getting news from Qatar Airways. And I'm going to go into the newsroom for just a few moments because we're going to open this coverage up and we're going to bring in Aman Sharma in just 30 seconds. I'm going to come right out. What we're seeing, viewers, is the newsroom at the back as we work here. We're getting a lot of information coming in. And we're going to go and ask some of our colleagues about this information. There we have Siddhant coming in. Siddhant, you're speaking to someone on the phone. Yeah. This is very important. Yeah. Updates coming in. Air India, IndiGo, everyone cancelling their flights. Tell us a little bit about here. You can use my mic. Tell us a little bit about what's going on.
Yes, that's right. So Rahul, I was speaking to a friend in Dubai.
Yes.
So I was just trying to get a sense from what exactly is happening in Dubai. So what I was told is that interceptor actually fell at Dubai airport yesterday.
Wow.
So it was not a missile, Iranian missile, but air defense interceptor fell at the airport. So in a way, they did manage to stop the Iranian missile to hit the airport. Then as far as the Palm Jumeirah missile is concerned, that was the Iranian missile which could manage to penetrate into the skies of Dubai and could hit a hotel at Palm Jumeirah. But right now situation is normal. The Indians in Dubai are safe. They are following the advisories. In fact, the government of India is in touch with the government of UAE as far as evacuation, etc. is concerned. And hopefully, once situation will settle down, then the flights will reopen, and you know, those who are stranded at the airports and at various other places could travel back. So no need to panic. That's the message coming from Dubai.
No need to panic.
Is under control.
So let's go across to Aman. Aman, come across here. This is important because what we're also seeing is some protests happening now in India.
Yes, there is a lot of government is keeping a close watch on the not the protests. I would say these are more marches which are happening in Jammu and Kashmir. There's a big number of people who are collected in Srinagar. They've in fact gone to the UN office and put Khomeini's photo on the UN office there. So government is keeping a close watch. JNK Chief Minister Omar Abdullah, in fact, has put out a statement that let people grieve, don't stop them, because there's a huge Shia population, you know, which is feeling hurt over the killing of Khomeini. All peaceful so far, but government is keeping a close watch. But I think, Rahul, the bigger story which is emerging is also the complete shutdown of the airspace in the Middle East. So Dubai airport, Abu Dhabi airport, two of the busiest airports in the world, are shut. Etihad is not running flights. Emirates is not running flights. Thousands of people are stranded on airports in the Middle East. In India also, we've sent out our reporters to Delhi, Bangalore, Mumbai airports, where many people have seen cancellation of their flights. So a lot of passenger inconvenience is happening. People are not able to board flights. People are either stuck at the transit airports in Abu Dhabi or Dubai. So that is also a big issue of concern which is emerging. But India keeping a close watch. And India, as Mr. Jaishankar has also been dialing the phone, the phones all night long, speaking to the foreign minister of other countries, asking these countries to ensure that the Indians in these countries remain safe.
So what are the conversations that Mr. Jaishankar is happening as we move? Come with me, because we can just we can show that part of the newsroom which is very busy. That's where a lot of viewers, the visuals that are coming in are being put and treated so that they can go on camera. So that's an operation that is going on here also. But Aman, you were talking about what the MEA has been doing, and I'm going to come across to Chetan also in just a few seconds. But yes, the MEA making a lot of calls, and the foreign minister putting out a lot of information.
See, Rahul, what is happening is that this is unprecedented, that civilian areas in Dubai, Abu Dhabi, Doha are being targeted by the Iranian forces, and we have a huge Indian diaspora which lives in the Middle East. You know, India is obviously very, very concerned about the safety of its people there, and that is why Mr. Jaishankar has called up his counterparts in Abu Dhabi. He's called up in UAE. He's spoken to them in Bahrain. He's called up every foreign minister in the Middle East, asking for one reassurance that Indians there should remain safe. It is not possible to evacuate anybody right now because the entire airspace is cut. But India's main priority is that Indian citizens should not get harmed in this conflict, and they should remain safe. All these countries have assured that, but of course India is concerned about the safety of Indians abroad, especially in the Middle East.
Well, come with me. We're going to go up to the desk that looks at social media to see what is really trending as of now. Good morning. How are you?
Good.
How's it going?
It's very chaotic, but it's going great.
So, what are the trends right now? What is social media talking about?
What we can see is US and Israel strike Iran, kill Khamenei in Operation Epic Fury. I think this has
And
been.
then I can see the Srinagar Shia Muslims mourn Khamenei's death in US-Israeli strikes. So there's all that happening also.
Yes,
It's very interesting. Yes.
Elon Musk has also tweeted that this has been the largest that people have used Twitter today. So it's been really
So
chaotic.
X is seeing the highest ever traffic today. That is what Elon Musk is tweeting, that X is seeing perhaps the highest ever traffic due to Khamenei's killing.
Does he ever waste an opportunity to blow his own trumpet in one sense? Always see the business side to things. doesn't he?
Absolutely, absolutely. And very interesting that the Shia protest in JNK is also trending. So I think that is something that we were discussing earlier. The government keeping a close watch. No repercussion in India should happen. That's the government's top priority. People are grieving, but so far, a non-violent protest. People are just marching in Srinagar towards the UN office.
In the past, when it has happened, we have seen crackdowns. But this time, the government seems to adopt a hands-off approach.
Yes, exactly. The government is not doing any crackdown, and that is what JNK Chief Minister Umar Abdullah is also appealing to the police forces that don't act harshly with these people. They are just mourning with the Khamenei's photograph. You know, they're walking to the UN office. So don't crack down on them. Let them vent out their grief, and maybe that is the approach the government would take to ensure that everything remains under control.
Let's go across to Chetan. Chetan, let's follow me. This is the newsroom. We're reporting constantly on the updates. This is the engine where things are taking shape right now. Chetan, what are you showing us here?
I was trying to show you what Aman was mentioning, that the entire airspace, you can see the entire airspace from West Asia, from this area to Iraq, Iran, everything is shut. There are no planes, zero, nothing is there. And the same I can show you from a tweet from this guy, the Strait of Hormuz. All of these ships, this area is closed, completely shut.
All shut, is it?
Yeah.
And you can see all those ships are blockaded, sort of in the
So
bottleneck. really.
everything is shut. You can see that this neck is closed. So everything, the busiest route, as they say, is shut.
And that's going to create a lot of problems for energy security. Aman, that's going to create problems, isn't it? And I'm going to bring in Murli also, who's looking at putting out videos, and he's, of course, heads the entire output of CNN News 18, the man who's been here from 3 in the morning. That was some call, 3 in the morning. We had a conference call, Murli. You've been here from 3 in the morning, and that really was something that shook us all. The Khamenei incident, and at that time it was only Trump tweeting.
Yeah, it was kind of chaotic at that point of time. I think we got into a quick con call and huddle, and we spoke how to get things rolling. We wanted Aman. Aman was the first to respond. Of course, at the screen we had Suri from Israel, who was giving us the first respondent, who was also the first respondent from Ground Zero. He was giving us all the information regarding the, the elimination of Khamenei. But as it was all building up overnight, and we were just waiting for the confirmation, and eventually when POTUS tweeted, all hell broke loose. So it was, and it has been quite hectic since morning, and then we've been trying to catch up with a lot of stuff, a lot of things happening on the YouTube front as well. So we are trying to put out everything.
Aman, of course, is the guy who feeds the entire back end. So all inputs come through Aman. He's the gatekeeper of news into the channel. Now, Aman, we got to ask you this question. Are you surprised that the Indian government hasn't taken a more assertive stand? And of course, we have with us Siddhant also, who looks after the MEA, so I'm going to bring him into this. But what do you make of the Indian government's posture?
I think Rahul, they're just trying to. Indian government is as always is trying to play a very delicate, fair line. We stand for de-escalation. So we have told both. In fact, Mr. Jaishankar called up his counterparts both in Iran and Israel last night itself, and has called for de-escalation. India has also expressed its concern over the situation right now, and I think India is the most concerned about the strikes on the civilian areas in the Middle East, because that is what really directly affects us. As I was saying earlier, there's a lot of diaspora population there. We don't want Indians to get hurt in these strikes which are happening by Iran. We all expected that Iran only will be attacking the the defense installations, the US bases in the Middle East, but I think Iran has gone a bit further, a lot further. Is it the case that Iran is turning rogue because their top leader has been killed? I know nobody really is in control and they're attacking airports. So, Rahul, it's very surprising that they have attacked the Doha airport, they've attacked the Kuwait airport, they have attacked the Dubai airport. Dubai airport, in fact, saw the biggest explosion just a while back. So why is Iran attacking airports is a very, very perplexing thing. Do they want to cripple the aviation sector in this entire region? Because that will also, all the major players, be it Etihad, be it Emirates, all these major world players, if you shut down Dubai airport, Rahul, it's the busiest airport in the world, you're effectively shutting down aviation in nearly half of the globe, because that's a major transit airport. So I think these strikes, that aspect I think has taken us by surprise, because we never expected. Last evening we were talking about that, they will attack the US bases, but now I think it's expanding even further, and God forbid if the NATO
Okay.